Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Podcast Aunty, and I'm your host, Aparna. I hope you're all doing very well. For today's topic, I thought I would share my journey of becoming a dog owner, the struggles, challenges, and immense joy it has brought into my life. And I'll also share some lessons learned, some tips for all those who are considering a dog, and things to consider or prepare before signing up for such big commitment. So let's get started. Well, my journey with dog began 3.5 years ago during COVID-19 lockdown. My family and I had no prior experience with dogs or any pets. So it was just an admiration through cute pictures, internet pictures, or seeing dogs on walk. However, like any other kid, my daughter had always dreamt of having a pet, and especially a dog. But we were too scared to commit getting a dog and all the work that comes with it. So during the lockdown, we decided maybe we fulfill her dream by at least getting a bunny. So that was good. And, while caring for Bunny, it was all fine, but it didn't quite bring the level of excitement and companionship she was hoping for. Like someone to, who's always ready for a cuddle or waiting at the door whenever she's back from school or anywhere, or someone she could take for a walk. In fact, bunnies' personality are slightly different. They are quite comfortable in their own corner and they like their own space. So, with that, we thought that maybe now that we have some caring experience of a pet, why not expand our fur family by one more and get a dog? So after much research, we decided on a small furry dog. We thought like either Maltese Shih Tzu or Poodle, anyone would be suitable for a first time owner and potentially someone who needs to get along with our bunny. So we zeroed down on Maltese Shih Tzu. Now with 6 months of research on it, we found Tuffy, our dog, through a breeder, and we did all our research and we read about dogs and things we need to do via internet and through some of our friends, and we were ready to welcome him into our lives. And we thought that we sort of know and we are prepared. However, we soon discovered that we were not as prepared as we thought we were. So, first thing that we did was we decided to create a room for Tuffy, our dog. So we converted our laundry room into a puppy room. So we had all his basic necessities for day one, bed, food, and everything. And we also had a safety gate installed there as well, and pee pads, and our room was quite literally next to it, so we thought that's perfect place, a perfect space for him. There was also a backyard door from there, so if I could take him, if he needed to go for a pee, I could take him there from there as well. So everything felt like we were all prepared. So now Tuffy comes in the morning and it was so cute. He was really tiny. I think it was just 4 kg, small little puppy, 9 weeks old. And it was really cute. And the first 4 or 5 hours went really good because we played, we carried, introduced him to the bunny, his first fur sibling, and it all went really nice. Now, then came the night time. So, as we had planned and we thought, anyways, we are prepared. So, we kept him on his bed in his room and cuddled him. Did everything that you try and comfort that baby. And then he was perhaps so tired that he went to sleep immediately. And we were like, "Oh, we did it! It wasn't so hard as people say it is." So we were like really happy and we went to our bed, and just about when we were going to close our eyes, we hear Tuffy's cry. So, again, we were like first time owner, not knowing what to do. I was sort of trying the same thing as you do with a newborn baby. So I went and I thought maybe he's crying because he wants to go for a pee. So I took him out and he did, and he came back, and I again brought him back to his space and then on the bed, cuddled him, and and then I came back to my room again after 10 minutes, and he seemed to be fine, and again after 10 minutes he started to cry. I went back again and I thought maybe this time he needs water, so gave him water. But again, this continued for like forever. Like, I mean, that night was the longest night with Tuffy, I would say. And he kept crying, and I kept trying with few things. Sometimes food, sometimes like taking him out for a pee, or simply just checking like if he needs water. And but it wouldn't work. And I thought that I had done everything based on the checklist of things that I had read from the internet. So why is he not sleeping? So now in the morning, I try to search up the internet and about this situation again. So same information, but at the same time, I was trying to do this thinking he is a dog, not realizing he is of course a dog, but he's also a living being, and every living being has different emotional needs. So Antofi had left his family, and his siblings, so he needed someone to tell him, or he needed people around him all the time just to tell him that it's okay, this is your new house and we are there for you, and it's going to be fine. So basically calm him down, his anxiety, his separation anxiety issues. So, well, we exactly did that. So during the day, there was no problem. I created a playpen around our living area or wherever we would go, and he seemed to be fine. He slept as well. So nothing happened. So what we decided was that now we will keep his crate in our bedroom itself, just so that he can see us, that we are physically there. And it worked fine. So now we thought that no, we have understood his emotional requirement, so now it's fine. But of course we knew there is a very big challenge that was coming, which was his potty training, right? And Tuffy was like water spread, I would say. Like he would pee every few minutes, and so the next challenge was to get him potty trained. So you look, there are many ways to get this done. And I was talking to one of my friend who had happened to
Be
get
gentle.
dog at the same time, and she was going through this
Be
process, and
gentle.
she told me, a couple of things that you can do. But what she was doing is like, taking a dog to outside for pee every 1 hour. That ways, they eventually develop this understanding that they can't do pee inside the house, but which is quite strict and which requires a lot of discipline and patience. Somehow I thought maybe I want to do that as well. And we had carpet in the house, so we wanted to be really careful. So we decided to go with this method, which is a little tough one, right? So taking Tuffy outside every hour, even at night, to avoid
Tuffy,
accidents in the house.
Tuffy,
The
be gentle
it,
with
it
her.
it was a bit taxing because it is a tough process, right? And my family already gave up, and any accidents in the house would become fuel for fight. Like, would start looking at each other for whose turn it was and who missed it. So anyways, I decided to devote my time to him and into his body training for the next 1 or 2 weeks. So it was a sleepless night, swollen eyes with dark circle, eye bags, and whatnot. But I continued with patience and consistently. And Tuffy eventually learned to do his business outside. I mean, dogs are intelligent, so they thrive on the routine. And it took him like 2 to 3 weeks to get this in his habit. And touch wood, till date, he has never done it inside the house or on the bed. He learned this within like maybe 1 month or 2, 3 weeks of his training. And once we pass this massive exercise of body training, it's the most joyful time we have with him, like, or we're having with him, I would say. We could just play and not worry about his accidents. And, we also got a doggy door installed, so which means that he can go whenever he needs to without us looking him out. So which simply mean that, it's just fun time with Tuffy without having to worry anything. His normal feeds, like, basic needs, nothing else. And what do I say now? My both pets, bunny or and dog, they are great with each other, and they bring so much of happiness and color to our real, like, ordinary life, I would say. There is like touchwood never a dull moment in the house whenever they are around. And this is exactly what pets do. And dogs, of course, a little bit more. They offer us unconditional love, loyalty, and companionship like no other. And dogs are, anyways, I think research have shown that they reduce stress and give emotional support, and I can vouch for it. Like Tuffy has been through us, like through thick and thins, and if you're sick, he'll be like, they will be by your side 24/7. If you're in tears, he'll lick away those tears, bark when someone is at the door. It's just their gesture to protect the family. So other than mental and well-being, Tuffy and dogs keeps us physically fit as well because of their need for walk and constantly around to play and cuddle. So that in short is my story, how I got them and how it has brought color in our life. So I'll say while they're amazing, owning a dog is not all rainbows and sunshine. It's a commitment, a lifelong journey that requires dedication, patience, and responsibility. You see, while dogs bring happiness, right? Like they also come with their own set of challenges. From daily walks to vet visits, from training session and to cleaning up after them. So owning a dog is a full-time job. And it's not something you can pick up and put down when it suits you, right? Like so I would say with that, whatever I have learned, I'll try to bring it down. So tip number one, do consider these important factors when considering a dog. Time constraint. It's a significant factor, particularly in the first 3 to 6 months of their life. Puppy requires time and attention, and along with love, of course. Until the puppies are fully vaccinated, they are also not allowed to go out. So they are restrained and restricted in the house. So they do depend on you to give them time and attention. And they can only socialize with other dogs, or you can take them for a walk only after they are vaccinated. So, and also what I have learned from internet, and which is what I followed until they are 3 to 6 months, don't leave them alone all by themselves. It seems they do develop separation anxiety, or so it's best that someone is always present with the dog, at least when they are young. Point two, second thing to consider, which is again big one, is the space constraint. Apartments or small houses may not provide enough room for certain dogs. Like if you're choosing a big dog, so choose your breed carefully, depending on what's your living condition. Now, third one I would say is allergies, medical issues. Like lot of dogs uh, do shed more than the others. So choose your dogs wisely because some can trigger severe allergies. So it's best sometimes to know if you have those reaction, and then it can help you choose your breed accordingly. Then the fourth one, I would say training needs. This is going back to point one, which is time, right? So training needs. Now, depending on the type of dog you choose, their energy level, their training needs will vary. And it's important to select a breed that really matches or aligns with your lifestyle. So most dogs are quite intelligent, and with proper training, they behave really well. And there is a saying as well, which I strongly believe: there are no bad dogs, only bad owners. So therefore, the way you train them will impact their social skills with other dogs and people, and thereby it can affect your own social life as well. So that's a very crucial point. Fifth one, I would say financial commitment, from grooming, depending on the kind of dog. Again, from grooming to vet bills to pet insurance, their food and the basic supplies can add also to your bill. So just be mindful of that. And I think the other point is that if you're a vegetarian or vegan, please note that dogs are carnivores, right? So they require meat as part of their balanced diet to meet their nutritional needs. So be prepared to handle their dietary needs accordingly. So now these are some of the tips when you're considering, or when you're like, if you're still considering and thinking about it. do consider all these factors before you make one decision. And now say that you have already, decided that, yeah, this is fine and you want to go ahead with having a dog. So the second thing is to choose a right breed again for your lifestyle. So I'll share some of the list of dogs suitable for first time owners. So here are the list. We have Labrador Retriever, Golden Retriever. As you can say, there are a few pros and cons. You need to be careful of their, training needs, their exercising needs, and also some of them can have some health issues. And now, if you see Golden Retriever required regular grooming, then you have Charles Spaniel. Then they are very affectionate. They can fit into a small apartment as well. So again, I will put this in our description, in my description of this video, and you can have a look at it. Make your decision based on your lifestyle again. So these breeds are generally known for being good choices for first time owners due to their friendly nature and adaptability. However, individual dogs can vary, and it's crucial to consider the specific needs and energy level of each breed, as well as as well as your own lifestyle and preferences. Okay, so I would say the next step after you have chosen a breed, I would say the third tip is do thorough research on the breeder. They must be a registered breeder. Look into the dog's family health history. While dogs can bring a lot of joy and color to your life, an unhealthy dog can drain you. So therefore, it's crucial that you choose and do a proper checks before getting one. Tip number 4, I will say, before bringing the dog home, purchase their basic necessity like bed, water, food, bowls, chew toys, poo bags, dog treat, leash, and harness, etc. Tip number 5, puppy proof your home. So stuff like, those electrical cords or switches, you need to conceal it. Laptop wires, chemical cleaning stuff, or any those supplies like out of reach, and make sure that even your indoor plants are safe for dogs. Tip number 6, I would say that it's important to consider your dog emotional needs, which is what was the lesson learned in my case. So treat them as unique individuals rather than just dogs, and your life will change. You can never imagine. Now, these are some of the basics things that you need to be careful about. Otherwise, the list is long. Once you get through this training period, it's the most amazing time they will give you. They are your most loyal companions. So while my journey was definitely tough in the beginning, but the joy Tuffy has brought cannot be expressed in words. Now our journey with Tuffy is not complete, I would say, without mentioning the kind of support and thanking our kind neighbors who were always there for us, guiding us with Tuffy and sharing tips for training, grooming, and so many things that as a first-time dog owner, I can't thank them enough for. So in case you know someone who has a dog or had a dog, or do seek their help in the beginning, so you can get some support and tips, as it can get overwhelming. With that, I wish you luck on your furry journey, and please don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any specific question, please leave it in the comment box. But before you rush into getting a dog, take a moment to consider the commitment you're making. Like, are you ready to sacrifice your time, energy, resources to ensure the well-being of your furry friend? If the answer is yes, please, by all means, go ahead. Anyways, with that, take care, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.